guys, it is Saturday, August 27th, and I know I was supposed to do my video Wednesday, but I was too busy. School started this week. Also, I had a lot of interviews. Like on one day I had 3 interviews. That's really crazy. That's unprecedented for me. Actually, no, it is precedented for me. So it's been pretty hectic. The time spent between the last video and the start of school and the interviews, I had been watching the K-drama called Boys Over Flowers, and if you aren't familiar with the Boys Over Flower City series, it started up as a manga called Hanagori Dango, and that was started back in 1992, and it continued to 2003. And also, there's been tons of remakes. There's been a film done in 95 in Japan, and then a television adaptation, live action, done in 2005. And I'm sorry, I'm looking off the screen of the Wikipedia disambiguation page. Then there was another TV series, again, Hanagori Dango 2007. 2008, there was a film adaptation called Hanagori Dango Final, which I want to see so badly. Meteor Garden 2001, Taiwanese. Meteor Garden 2, 2002, Taiwanese. Meteor Rain, Taiwanese miniseries. Meteor Shower, 2009, Chinese TV series. And then what I saw, Boys Over Flowers TV series, 2009, South Korean adaptation. Whew. Quite a bit, right? And also not to mention the anime, which I don't know why they're not listing it. Let me just check really quick. Yeah, they're not listing it. Why? Why don't you list it? Okay, well that was done 96 through 97. It was by Toei. Yay! Okay, so there was a few things that they got really spot on. Okay. What I didn't like was how they made Makino. Makino became Goomjandi. Goomjandi looked really plain, and I mean, she had the same haircut as Makino later on in the series, but I thought she was too plain and a little too goofy, and I wasn't very happy with that. And then with the guy that played Domyoji, who was Gu Junpyo, he had the hair kinda similar, and also he had the anger, but there was just not that, and a bit of the stupidity. But it just didn't feel like Domyoji, you know? It's just something that was missing. I don't know what it was, but they got his older sister spot on. Let me repeat, I absolutely love Tsubaki. She's like my favorite character. She's amazing. And in this one, she all comes out, like one of the first scenes that we see her, she's like beating her brother with a plastic sword, just like, arr, arr, arr. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, this woman's awesome. So, okay. Then there was one person that they got absolutely spot on in the face, and that was Nishikado. I forgot what his name is in the Korean version, but his face was perfect. It's just his background wasn't, because in the Japanese manga and anime, he was the son of a tea ceremony master. And in the Korean TV adaptation, he was kind of a self-made potter, but his dad was a professor of pottery. So, I guess culturally they're analogous, but that's not how the story went. But his face was perfect. With Akira, the face just didn't look anything like it. And also, same with Rui. But, little fact, the horse that the Rui character rides is named Rui, so it's really, really cool. I was like, yay! There's some things brought in at different times that make the story a lot more dramatic, and I liked it. I liked what they did with a lot of the things. Here she's a swimmer, and it brought some emotional depth. I don't know, it was something about the water, feeling like emotions, how she's struggling with water, I guess represents her own struggle in her life. Emotionally, financially, lots of things like that. Then, I guess I really appreciated seeing a real-life adaptation where the wealth is really displayed. The campus was beautiful. It looked like what I would expect the South Korean Harvard to look like, or Yale, or any South Korean Ivy League, so to speak. And the houses were also really nice to see. I really appreciate it for the cinematic eye candy. Also, you could hear in the background like Britney Spears and stuff like that. So it was kind of nice to see. It felt like it could happen any place, anywhere, anytime. And I don't know, it got to my girly side, and I was all like, and almost after every episode I made that noise, that terrible noise that makes my dogs bark. Which is more like, oh my goodness, and it was just so, oh my god, I love it. I'm not done with the series right now. I think I just finished episode 13. So maybe I'll come back next week, in a few days, with a review of the whole series. Like I said, a lot of story elements, plot elements are jumbled around, but I like it. I like what it's doing so far. There's a complete plot switch on why she's there, and it addresses some modern day problems with bullying, even though bullying is a problem, I think, anywhere, except for maybe tribes that don't have high hierarchy. So, yeah, a lot of things are jumbled. It becomes a different story in its own right, because of how some plot elements are handled, because of how some things are